Hi friends, this is Marina Shepelsky, and today I want to talk about how to make a really successful asylum declaration, how to write your personal statement and win your asylum case. I'm recording this in the airport waiting lounge, but the information that I have is really important, and I hope you stay tuned to hear the whole video and give us a like and subscribe. So here are some tips on how to write a successful winning declaration for your asylum case. Number one, you have to designate who you are, introduce yourself, talk about where you were born, what kind of a family did you grow up in. Use like 2 or 3 paragraphs for background information on yourself, how you came to the US, did you get a visa, did you come without a visa, why are you afraid to go back. You should be able to say why you're afraid to return to your home country in 1 or 2 sentences. So you should really think about who persecuted you, what did you do about it, who said what, if you were attacked, what happened, and so on. So that should be the next few paragraphs of your story. Then you should mention a few things in your story that happened that were the worst things possible. Did somebody beat you up? Did somebody attack you? Did you face persecution in your country? What were the dates? What did they look like? What were they wearing? Why? And you would also have to explain some context when you are writing this. So like if you were persecuted because of your race, maybe where you grew up, everybody looked different from you. Then you have to mention that. You have to say, in my country, everybody looked this way, but I appear different to the naked eye, and they thought that I am X, you know? So this way it's clear why people picked you out for your race or your ethnic group. So just give some background. It doesn't have to be anything like super particular, specific, but give a sentence or two about what the problem was in the country. Like, what did the majority believe? What did the majority look like? What did the majority in the country think? And then what you did, or what was your role, or how you acted that made you different. Persecution can be based on the 5 protected categories. And this is where we give people asylum. So if it's something that was personal to you, if you alone face this kind of a problem, it's usually not the kind of thing that you get asylum for. For example, if some rich family was targeting you, alone, and you couldn't help it, maybe you borrowed money from them and you didn't want to pay back, and they started to like come after you and collect very aggressively, that is not an asylum case. But if this rich family used their connection to persecute you, you tried to report it to the police didn't try to protect you, that's a case. That's something we can definitely talk about in court and prove and win asylum. It's based on nationality, religion, ethnic group, race, political opinion, or being a member of a particularly social group. You have to prove what your social group was. If you're LGBTQ, say, I was LGBTQ since the age of blank. When did you start to feel things for the same gender, for the same sex, right? If you're a boy, when did you start liking boys? If you're non-binary, explain that decision. If you have a different religion than the majority of your country, why did you get beaten up for it? What did you do to deserve it? Not that you deserved it, but like, how did they know you even are of a different religion? All of that should be described in a story no more than like 7 pages tops. 5 to 7 pages is ideal. You should not use like single space. You should try to do 1.5 or 2 double lines, because it's just too hard to digest. I like to number paragraphs when we write affidavits or personal statements. And the main thing that you should say in your story is, why did you continue to do what you did for which you were abused? Right? So they abused you. Why didn't you stop? You have to say, I didn't stop because, and then you explain why you didn't change your religion. So that's really important, and it has to show your personal dedication to your cause and why, if you were to return to your home country, you would suffer for it. That should all be in your story. Now, your lawyer should help you with this. We definitely help our clients. We have a questionnaire that we use for our stories, and then we edit it, and of course we will ask you questions to which you will answer to us, and we will include your answers, but we will guide you through this process. We will create a kind of story that wins cases. We know what the judges want to see, we know what the judges are interested in hearing, and the opposite side's attorneys, the ICE attorneys. We know exactly what they need to see for you to win your case, what kind of evidence you should work on. And remember, you need to continue the activity that you were persecuted for in the US, or have to explain why you stopped because that shows credibility. That shows that this was so important to you that you were able to continue doing this in a free country. Like if you're a Baptist, you better keep going to a Baptist church in the United States and bring somebody from your church or pastor as your witness to the court hearing. So I discussed really good tips for creating a successful, winning asylum story. I hope this is useful for you. Give us a call to begin your asylum case, or even switch over from a paralegal or another lawyer, because if you're close or getting close to your interview, this is the time to update your story, update your forms, and we'll help you write the kind of story that wins asylum. Give us a call today.